So, ever wonder why some people crush deadlines while others are social magnets? It's all about the big five personality traits. First, consciousness. Think of this as the productivity engine. High scores mean reliability and top tier performance. Next, emotional stability. This is your stress shield. It's what keeps you calm when a project goes sideways. Then we have extraversion. These are the natural connectors who drive team energy and leadership. Pair that with agreeableness, the team glue. These individuals minimize conflict and keep the office culture positive. Finally, there's openness. This is the innovation spark. It's the trait behind creative problem solving and the ability to adapt when things change. So, individually, these traits dictate how we work. Together, they determine how we succeed.
In organizational behavior, individual values influence how employees behave and perform at work. One useful model is Quartz values model, which divides values into four categories. First is openness to change, focuses on independence and new ideas. For example, an employee who enjoys creativity messages a new ways to improve a project. This makes them innovative and adaptable. Second is conservation, emphasizes stability and rules. For instance, an employee who values security will follow company procedures carefully and complete tasks consistently, making them reliable. And third is self-adjustment is about personal success. For example, like a sales company who wants achievement may work harder to reach targets and gain recognition, showing competitive and goal-oriented behavior. And lastly is self-transcendence, focuses on caring for others. For example, like an employee who values fairness may help teammates and ensure everyone is treated equally, promoting teamwork and ethics.
Now, let's look at how personality and values influence the workplace. First, employee behavior. Personality traits like conscientiousness or agreeableness affect how individuals act at work. For example, a highly conscientious employee is more likely to be organized, punctual, and responsible. At the same time, values guide what employees believe likely is right or important, such as honesty or respect, which shapes ethical behavior and also decision making. Second, teamwork. Personality plays a big role in how people interact. Extroverted individuals may contribute more in discussions, while agreeable individuals help maintain harmony. Meanwhile, shared values like collaboration and mutual respect create stronger team cohesion and also reduce conflict. Finally, job performance. When a person's personality aligns with their role, like for example a detail-oriented person in an analytical job, they tend to perform better. Similarly, when employees' values align with the organization's values, they are more motivated, committed, and productive. Overall, personality influences how people behave, while values influence why they behave that way in their workplace.
My part, which is the example, and I will explain it. So the example, which is the conscientiousness, which is high performance and reliability. The example for this point, which is a project assistant who is very organized, punctual, and responsible, always meets deadlines and double checks their work. So the explanation, which is people high in conscientiousness tend to be disciplined and dependable. This leads to better job performance because they complete tasks accurately and on time, making them trusted by supervisors.
I will explain about the critical insight. Firstly, there is no perfect personality for every job. That effectiveness of a trait depends on the job role. For example, being extrovert is useful in sales but less important in analytical work. Secondly, personal values may not always match the organization culture. This mismatch can lead to lower job satisfaction and motivation. Thirdly, extreme personality traits can reduce performance. For instance, being too conscientious may cause perfectionism and stress. Last but not least is personality alone cannot determine success. Other factors like skills, experience, and the work environments are also important.